Welcome to the Indian PokeTube, and we are back in the Ultra League Premier Classic running Empoleon double flyers. In the first match, we pick up Spice Glaceon, so we can comfortably stay in. In comes an opposing Empoleon, and honestly, we don't have the best response, but we're going to use up Dragonite in this matchup because Dragonite does not have much play against the Glaceon. So we're just going to come in here, tank a move, and we're going to overfarm quite a bit because we can tank another move here and try to load up to the back-to-back superpowers and try to grab shield advantage. So I'm going to go for the superpower here. If he shields this, he can flip this matchup, but if he does not, I'm going to boom the Empoleon, and we also have a loaded superpower for the Glaceon. This is going to do quite a bit of damage, and we're going to get a shield. So just like that, Dragonite has flipped shield as well as switch advantage, and that is looking amazing. The Glaceon does win CMP, it seems, and he goes for the icy win because the Glaceon has no play against Empoleon. We double resist ice type moves, and let's see what he brings in. He brings in a Sceptile, so the opponent is running some massive spice in this matchup. But this match is absolutely over. I'm just going to try to go for the 2 shield flex, and I'm going to talk a bit about this team. That this team did really well, because we are not at a very high yellow here. We are at around 2100 yellow on Harsh's account, and this team is doing so well because the flyers are largely unresisted in the meta except for, say, Ampharos, and there are so many like Charizards. So we have 3 responses to Charizard on this team, and we also do well against most Mons. So this is a very solid team. I can highly recommend it to you guys. And this team and this set is going to be a really good set. So we are forced to invest a shield because of the Leaf Blade from Sceptile, but we pick up a very comfortable win. We kind of countered the opponent in the first match. So let's see who we are up against in the second match. We are at, okay, so we were at just 2000 yellow at that point, so which makes sense why the first opponent did not have the best team. But we're going to climb around 150 points in by the end of 2 or 3 sets, because all of the sets went super positive. Pick up a lead against Empoleon, which is going to stay in and load up extra energy. No point in throwing because everything is resisted. And I'm going to save switch to my Gyarados. Let's see if he has a response, if he has a rock type or maybe an electric type. So just going to send out Big Gary. And we can tank another move here. We can overfarm quite a bit, go for the crunch just before he reaches his 5th waterfall, and I was really hoping that this crunch KOs him. I think Shadow Gary would be like better, but as you'll see, he lives with like 10 HP and I'm forced to shield to maintain switch advantage. And it's kind of fine because I do have a lot of loaded energy on the Empoleon, so I'm not really too worried. In comes the Charizard, which makes me believe that his 3rd Mon is also pretty weak to Gary. So I'm going to go for the 2 Aqua Tails. Honestly, he can let it go, but this opponent ends up shielding both, so I can snipe him with the Hydro Cannon. And you saw me wait for a split second because I didn't know which side Hydro Cannon was on. This is Harsh's account, not mine, so I really didn't know which side to go for. And in the back he has a Swampert, and I was actually expecting a Swampert, because otherwise why would you bring in Charizard on a Gary, right? Unless you had Swampert. So this Hydro Cannon is just going to do a lot of damage. He's going to try to farm us down, but as you'll see, that's not happening today. Empoleon just farms down that team and we get another win. So this team is actually very consistent, and I would highly rate Gyarados. I would say that I would argue that Gyarados is the best, one of the best safe switches right now. Like, unless the opponent has like an Ampharos or something, you're looking good to go. So many Dragonite, Charizard and Swamperts that you can just do really well. So we pick up a lead against the Ghost Tree, and that's not great at all because Ghost Tree has good matchups against all 3, or rather Empoleon and the Gary. So we call the Shadow Ball bait, and it's just a Seed Bomb, so that's absolutely perfect. We get the shield, and now we bring in Gary. So we're looking good, and this is the match where Maqsood Bhai is a person that Harsh knows, and he's going to keep calling, and this match is absolutely hilarious. So you know what happens when we get a phone call. It's very difficult to keep track of what's going on in the game because you're not able to count energy, and then Truecaller pops up. You only get a nice, but luckily that does not cause any problems. In the back he has Snorlax, and you see that the call gets picked up by mistake. There's a lot of weird glitches going on. This match was absolutely crazy, and it's going to have a crazy end game as well. So I'm going to shield the Body Slam here because I think that I can just one-shot him with Superpower, and in the back he has a Charizard. So what I'm going to do now, this is the 3rd time this Maqsood Bhai is calling, and this was just a Dragon Claw. I'm going to force the Charizard to throw. I don't want to take this guy out so Snorlax can lick me down and get more energy. So I'm going to bring in my Dragonite, try to go farm down, but I realize that he's going to reach a move. So I am forced to throw here and just take out the guy. And now all I have to do is load up the back-to-back superpowers and this should be good to go. And I'm hoping that he does not reach a third body slam, because I was so distracted with all the phone calls and the true caller and everything that I just was not sure if he had the energy for 2 more body slams. So I'm going to get the shield here, and this one is going to pick up the KO. Even if he had the energy, we would have won the CMP. So boom, take out the thick boy and a big flag. And let's see what we have in the next match. So that's a 3-0 so far. Let's see if we can get a couple of wins. And this is going to be up against Baron, and he has a Snorlax on the lead. Snorlax is pretty neutral across the board, but I'm going to try to catch the super power. And did we catch the super power? Was the opponent tapping on the super power? Let's see. Yes, we did. So that's going to waste a lot of the energy on the opponent, and he has an Ampharos. That's not looking great. I'm going to go for as much as I can, just hoping that the opponent throws, but the opponent is smart, he does not throw. So I'm just going to go for the crunch and get the defense drop. So this is looking bad because Ampharos with energy is really bad, but that's fine because I can come in with the Empoleon, shield the first move just in case it's a big move like the Zap Cannon or something, and now we can tank a Thunder Punch. And as you can see, we got 2 waterfalls through, and we're going to get through 1 more. So we literally get 3 free waterfalls by investing a shield, so I'm happy with that. Going to load up the back-to-back Hydro Cannons, and I'm going to throw 1 Hydro Cannon, and I'm going to just save it for later because he shields this, so this makes me believe that he might have something that's weak to Hydro Cannon, like a Charizard. So I'm going to stay in here. He goes for a Body Slam, that's fine with us, and we can overfarm quite a bit. And I'm going to shield the next Body Slam. I can overfarm a lot, and if he chooses to shield and if he's not keeping track of the energy, we can reach the Dragon Claw, the back-to-back Dragon Claws. And if he gives us a shield here, I think the opponent does give us a shield. Yes, he does, so which means we can just go for another one because he would have reached another Body Slam. This is going to take out the big thick boy, and in the back he has a Venusaur, so this is looking over because I can go for a Dragon Claw, and after the Dragon Claw the switch clock is going to come up, and remember we loaded up a Drill Peck. This is going to switch and snipe him, and this is going to be a 5-0 set, and this was a lot of fun playing this team. I hope you guys had a great time. See you guys in the next video.